Hey, what's up guys, Tony here, and what you're watching is some more iRacing. And for those of you guys who have been following my channel for a while, you'll know that I'm not the biggest NASCAR fan, and so I don't really race it. I have like 8 career races of NASCAR under my belt compared to the 70 plus road races that I have under my belt. Anyways, so here's the thing. Back when I did the Indy 500, I actually really enjoyed what I was doing, and so I sort of made it something that I wanted to do. I wanted to get back to the point where I could race in the Indy class in oval because it was a lot of fun. It was exhilarating. I had a really good time doing it. So then that's when I got in my 8 races or so of oval, and it's this street stock class. There's Charlotte's one of them, and then the American Raceway is another. It's a really short, it's like a 25-second lap time, and these ones are like 16 to 18 seconds. Like the fastest guy in this race was like 16 seconds. I was around 18-19 seconds. Anyways, the reason why I'm bringing you this race is because this is week 13. This is the 24 hours of fun, as they like to call it, on iRacing. So week 13's got some really interesting races. There's a race that I'm going to try to get in tonight. It's Charlotte. It's a road course at Charlotte, which is traditionally an oval course, but it's with the Ford Legends car. It's actually, it is a lot of fun. It's very difficult to drive because it's this old 30s Ford coupe, and it's a difficult car to drive because it just is. No modern amenities, it feels like, but it's a lot of fun. And the track itself, it's cool. It's got half of it's an oval, the other half is the infield. So it's like almost 2 minutes of racing, 30 seconds of complete hell. So you got like a minute and a half of kind of boredom as you're driving around the oval, and then you've got about 30 seconds of just intense, like going through a couple of these long sweeping corners. It is a lot of fun, and it fits the car really well, because earlier I was racing on Lime Rock with the Ford Legend, and it was not a lot of fun. It was a very difficult track for that car, and I was like, I ended up disqualifying, or not disqualifying, I ended up getting damaged out of that, crashed, because the car just lost control really easily. But in this race, the reason why I bring it up is because myself and a couple other guys, the 3 guys kind of that I'm hanging around with, we were all kind of in the chat, we're just like, oh, we're going to work on our safety rating, and people like, good luck, South Boston, no one can ever get out of here incident free. So I was like, challenge accepted. I'm going to go ahead and try to get through this race incident free. And the reason why I was kind of into this is because earlier in the day I raced, it was I think it was the US Speedway or something like that. There was another small oval, and I actually got away incident free. I mean, there were a couple of like wall contacts, car contacts that were 0, but I got away incident free. And so my safety rating was like a 2.2, and it jumped to 2.4. I was like, cool. I mean, I got to get to a 3 before I can get promoted to C class, because that's really what I want to get, or D class, to get promoted to D class and then get promoted to C class, and then get to the oval tracks that I want to race, because like I said, I really would like to get into the IndyCar stuff. I don't really care about NASCAR, to be honest. I really want the IndyCar stuff. I really enjoy that a lot. So that's what I've been doing. And so yesterday I raced one. I went up to like 2.4. If you get above the 2.5, you get a boost to the next level. I think that's the way it works. So when you got your safety rating that goes from like 2 to 3, so when you get to cross that threshold 2.5, you get like a 0.4 boost. So I'd be close to a 3. And the same thing is if you go the other way. So if you're at a 3 and then you have several incidences, and your safety rating goes from a 3 to like a 2.9, well, you actually go all the way down to like a 2.5. You drop like a whole half. So it's really important to keep up your safety rating, right? So that's why I'm doing this. And the funny thing is that I was going, and I was like, man, this is actually going how I wanted to go. I had that orange and black car who was starting to get on my ass, and it was actually at this point while I was running that I was hearing in my headset. Now I really wish I was recording this live, because the spotter guy was always talking. It was amazing. Like he would just be like, inside, high. It's because the cars are always around you, and it was exhilarating. And you see like cars right there crashed. it was dodging bullets, man. It was impressive. Up until the end, you'll see what happens. But here's the thing, is actually I'm going to title this Knife Fight in a Phone Booth, because It's what it felt like. It was a really intense race to run. And here's the thing, is the video that I posted yesterday, the Tuesdays and Tony video, I was going to call that one a night fight in a phone booth because I felt that was a particularly intense race. But now, you know, in retrospect, I mean, this was a very intense race. It was like 20-something cars on this track that is, it's South Boston. It's tiny. You can see it. I'm flying through this thing around 18 seconds. Every 18 seconds I'm going through a lap. And we ran like, I don't know, 40 laps or something like that. But you'll see at the end what happens. And it totally sucked because you just see what happens at the end. I don't want to spoil it for you because it caught me by surprise. You should have heard me last night when I was like, oh my god, what the hell. But anyway, so we got this week 13 going on in iRacing, and this is my second week 13. And I think what happened is I got promoted from rookie to D class, I think. And oh yeah, that pissed me off. I was like, no, my incident free, you son of a bitch. But whatever. I mean, as long as you get, you know, like two incidences, 3, you're good. I mean, my NASCAR incident rate is like 9. It's really high, and mainly it's because I had so many incidences when I was racing in the Indy 500 that caused my safety rating to go to hell. Look at this. Look at all this. Oh, but here's what I was gonna say that I totally forgot. So my idea was to cruise through this race. I had no intention to actually race this race, but in my headset, when this guy was chatting at me, the spotter was telling me I was in 3rd place at one point. So I was like, oh my god. I was just cruising, people were crashing, they're going into the pits, and we're lapping people. And so this whole damn time, I think the purple and green car is a lap down, if I remember correctly. There's a lot of cars that passed me that are a lap down, and those guys, they're fucking dangerous, man. Those people who've been lapped, they're trying to get around this course, this track as fast as possible to catch up. Man, those guys are dangerous. They will wreck you. I've seen way too many accidents from guys who are down laps. So they don't really care about it. And from what I understand, people are telling me that week 13 brings out the worst of the iRacers because there's a lot of events that are unofficial, so your safety rating doesn't take a hit if you wreck people, you crash or whatever. So anyways, going back to what I was saying, I was in 3rd place, so I'm sitting there like, I could get a top 5 finish. This is awesome. I've never had a top 5 finish in NASCAR. I usually somehow find a way to spin out and cause an accident. That's probably why my safety rating has stayed in a 2.2 for a long time in NASCAR. So anyways, like I said, I was in a situation where I could potentially be in a top 5 seed as long as I was doing what I was doing. And so what I was doing is, like I said, cruising, and then I decided to really lay on the gas and start to give this thing an honest go. And last night, so I raced 2 races yesterday when it came, or 3 races yesterday when it came to Oval. The 2 that were at the American International Speedway or whatever it was. It's not the USA, it's a different one. It's a little bit longer straightaways. And that's it. That's the thing. I was like, holy shit, it was like fucking magic. Like the seas parted and suddenly there was this car doing 20 miles an hour in the track. I'm like, what the shit, man? But anyway, so last night is the same situation as well. Like, I got myself into a position where I was in the top 5. And I was like, oh my god, I want to win this thing. I'm going to start racing. And then what happened is I got wrecked. You know, so the race before that, the one that I got the +2 in my safety rating, I just cruised the whole damn time. I went from 10th place to 8th place. So this is a lesson learned for me. I don't know about you guys who are participating in iRacing, but who are doing something that you're not really like fond of. So say if you're a NASCAR or an oval guy and you're racing road because you just want to give it a try, you know, you probably are doing what I'm doing. You're just cruising. You know, you're not trying to race it too fast because you don't want to mess up your safety rating, but you're not being a slouch as well. Well, in the first race, I was being a total slouch. I mean, I was just cruising. I mean, it was like half throttle, staying high on the track, letting everyone pass below me. And my safety rating skyrocketed because of it. And then the second I get into the race, I get hit by people or I hit people, and it's frustrating. So today and throughout this week, I'm going to keep racing some oval because I want to get through this. And promotions are going to probably come and go before week 13 is going to come and go. And rookie promotions are every month at, I can't remember what part of the month. It's like the 18th or the 20th or something like that. Anyways, I'm going to have to do that because I've been talking about it for a long time and I'm still stuck. You know, here I am going on what is it, July now? So I've been racing iRacing since late March. So what is that, 4 months? That's crazy. Well, I mean, it's only 4 months, so it's not really that big of a deal. But anyways, I've been talking about it for months now, how I want to get back to the Indy 500. And I really have made no efforts. And so the reason why I pit here and the reason why the video is going to end so abruptly is because I didn't know this, but when I hit that guy, I had engine damage and I didn't notice the black flag. So I thought, mistakenly, I thought that I could continue to race. Well, I got disqualified. So even though I only had 8 incidences that race, I got 0 on my safety rating. It was a zip. I got nothing, which sucked. So all that work for nothing. And so anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And I shall talk to you guys later.